Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bond is you living out right now. That bond is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man.
That's right.
I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop distress the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Let's rock. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Salakia Barakatah to the Akim. Salam, Yahweh Shamar Alatah Ba'ashem Yahshah to the Akwatian. Once again, this is ISUPK law class, and I am Officer Awadya, Officer of 1,000 Awadya, Detroit ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, of course. As always, who is, of course, Commander General Yohana, is the real leader of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans inside this kingdom that we in. I mean, Slakia. Not just inside this kingdom, of all of Israel. Salakia. Okay. All right. Like, share, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. As usual, let me do a quick mic check. Make sure we good. And of course, after our quick little mic check, of course we'll get into the class, man. For me, myself, I'm still on the class, man. For me, myself, I'm still on the Passover high. Okay, Salakia. Just had to make sure I was hearing myself correctly. All right, and with that being said, of course, like I always say at the beginning of my class, man, we should always give Commander General Yohana a hand, man, for holding on to this truth, which allowed me to be sitting here right now, man, and teaching us how to serve Christ properly. Okay, teaching us how to serve Christ properly, man, because here in the ISUPK, this is the only place where we learn how to properly serve the Lord. Okay? This is the only place where we learn how to serve the Lord. You don't learn how to serve the Lord anywhere else. I don't care whether it's a Christian church, a Muslim mosque, what's that religion with all the Hindu? Is that Hinduism with all the chimes and the incense and they do the thing around the bowl? Is that Hinduism? Y'all let me know in the chat. I believe that's exactly what that is. Hinduism. Some nonsense like that, whatever that garbage is. None of that is for us as a people, of course. We let the other nations serve their gods. That's all of that is their gods. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Islam, that's the Arabs, let them have let them have their gods. Hinduism, let them have their gods. Christianity, this version of Christianity that we have over here, man, let your oppressor have his Caesar Borgia. Let him have him, man. Let them have that oppressor Christ, man, and let them bow down to him and let them worship their God. Their made up nonsense. So that's all that is. They're made up nonsense. And we'll worship and we should worship the God of the Bible, man. We should worship the God of the Bible, man. That's who we should serve. Okay, not serving the God that is pushed within the earth, which really is just really your oppressor. It's just really your oppressor ruling over you. That's all. That's all it is. It's oppressor supremacy. And you should know it, because how should you know? Because of what? Because the Most High has a list of things that he is instructed for us to do. And anybody who would tell you you don't have to do those things or not to do those things, that is somebody who is doing what? Opposing what the Lord has set up for us to do. So if we find someone that's opposing what the Lord said to do, then what does that mean? That means what? They are against the Lord. They're against the Lord. All right. And we should follow what the Lord said. Especially in a time like, as I always say, like I do these classes once a week. And it seemed like, and it does not a seem, Salakia. It's not a seem. Every time it's time for me to come here that week. Some more crazy. It's just so close to chaos that we don't even understand it. Okay, everything is the way of life inside of this country is hanging by a hair in a thread, and nobody and everyone is just seeming to go about their everyday life like it's all good. Okay, the scripture say, "Come out of her, my people," and we should do that. We should come out of her, man. We shouldn't subject ourselves to being under our oppressor. We shouldn't. And how do we be under our oppressor? We do things. We follow the same things that he followed. Okay. All his stupid holidays and things like that. The things that the Most High hate those days, and we put ourselves under him because we follow his way of life. Okay. We follow his way of life. We don't follow our customs. A lot of us don't even know what our customs are. They think these customs are our customs, and it's not, man. This is not how the Lord intended for us to live. Okay, this is not how the Lord intended for us to live. This is something that's been done to us as a people. This is a way of life that's been set up for us by our oppressor to do what? To keep us in sin. But of course what? The Lord gonna do what? Pull us out of here, man. Because this is not where we're supposed to be, okay? With that being said, we're gonna start off with the book of Micah. All right. Let's get in Micah. And let's get Micah 2. Micah to chapter 2. And then we're going to hit verse 10. All right. Micah 2 and 10. Let's pick this class up, man. Let's get it. Micah 2 and 10. And it reads. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." This is not, this kingdom that we in right now is not a place of rest for us. Okay? This is not a place to rest for us. We came here as a punishment for disobedience. But a lot of us we've gotten too comfortable here. Okay, we've gotten too comfortable here because we've been rocked to sleep pretty heavily. We've been rocked to sleep pretty heavily, man, inside of this kingdom. All right, because what? This kingdom supplies us with everything that makes us feel good. This kingdom make you think. Doing what you think feels good to you is the right thing to do. This kingdom makes it feel like to you that the Lord is with you doing whatever you think is right. Now remember, you have a whole Bible, right? We have a whole Bible, right? Filled with what the Lord said do and don't do. We as a people, we've been rocked so to sleep that we've been tricked into thinking what? We don't have to do nothing inside of there. That's all done away with, and that's all in the Old Testament. The New Testament says everybody can do what they want to do, as long as you love. As long as you love. And if somebody really is your so-called oppressor, and if somebody do something to you, you should just forgive them. Your oppressor murder you, rob you, steal from you, rape you. The only thing you can think to do is what? Forgive. The first thing that is the first thing that hits your mind is to forgive your oppressor. But your brother, if he look at you too rough, if he looks at you too rough, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem if your brother look at you too much, man. And that inside of this kingdom, and that's something we've been taught inside of this kingdom right here that we in. Okay? Let's get the rest. It says, arise and depart. Arise and depart, man. Stand up and depart. We here. We know what? We know that we pretty much are here until Christ come to get us out of here. So when you depart, how are you departing? You departing from the way of life inside of this kingdom. The way this kingdom is ran, the things that they do, you no longer are doing. Pork is not the new white meat for you. It's disgusting. But if that's what they want to do and that's what they want to have, let the other nations enjoy it. Okay? The so-called Arab man, the Ishmaelite, they'll sell you pork all day. But they won't eat it themselves. But they'll sell it to you. And they'll sell it to you knowing what? Knowing who you are. Knowing that you're not supposed to be eating pork either. And they'll still sell it to you. Because of what? Because it's profitable to them. I think the scriptures say all the beasts of the field, meaning all the nations devour us, man. Every nation get a piece of us and take advantage of us because of our what? Because of our sin. Because we refuse to do the one thing it's not like keeping the law is a hard thing to do. I know in Christianity they make it seem like I was basically told, me myself when I was in Christianity, that just nobody can do it. Nobody can keep all those laws. They just made it seem like an impossible task to do. Hey, Salaki, I'm about to turn this heat up. It's a little chilly in here. We knock this chill off. Slacky about that, y'all. Yeah, it's just they made it seem like it was an impossible task when it's not. And it's not like because you've never been taught and you're learning something different. So it's not like today you a disgusting sinner, which is just what I'm just saying that because that's what I'm looking at myself back in the world. And now the next day, everything is perfect. No, you always have to start small and build your way up. So you might start off with something very light and something simple. You just start off with not eating pork no more. Not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Those are steps that you can take. Those are steps that you can take. And things that you can start to do when you try to turn your life around. Because the Lord will see that, and then you start getting around your brothers, and the Lord will see that, man, and He'll strengthen you, man. So that's what it's talking about when it say depart. Letting go of the stuff that you used to do, man. You letting go of just Easter. Easter just passed. You letting go of Easter, man. You ain't doing that no more. These are simple things you can do. You gotta celebrate Easter? No, you can let Easter go ahead and pass without celebrating. What's coming up next? Memorial Day or the 4th of July, some garbage like that. You have to do that? You gotta barbecue on those days? Nah, you don't, man. You can barbecue whenever you want to. The oppressor know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they know we love to party. You know what I mean? But so do the Lord, man. The Lord got parties that go on for days. We been on party for 10 straight days or something. You understand? Partying like ain't no tomorrow, man. We don't have to celebrate the oppressor days. The Lord put them days together, man, and you be partying for a whole week straight. You be by the time that 6th, 7th day come, by the time that 3rd day come, you be like, enough is enough. You be partied out. You don't want to do no more partying. The other days you did, the other 4 days you just rest. You partied out. Okay? That's how the Lord do for us, man. I promise you, I have had a much better time since I've been in the truth. I just have. This is the best thing that could have happened to me. I've had more fun than anything. It's more of a camaraderie, a more brotherhood, man. It is so different than being out there. I remember, as a lot of us do, and then Slacky, I'm just gonna say this: being out there, and you among thieves, people who breaking in people's house. You know, you're around a bunch of people you really can't trust. A bunch of cat burglars breaking in people's house and all kind of nonsense like that. Drug dealers, cat burglars, all kind of nonsense. But in here, man, when you come in here and you find that brotherhood, man, and you come and you get around it, it'll strengthen you. It'll strengthen you. It'll strengthen you. You put that pork down and you stop celebrating them holidays. You arise and depart. You just start there. And then start coming around the brothers, man. And the Lord will start building your strength up. That'll strengthen you. And then let's just say you smoke weed. Then you'll put that down. You smoke cigarettes. You'll put that down. And then so forth and so on. You will start looking at your sisters different. You'll start looking at your brothers different. And then once you start looking at them different, your attitude is starting to change. Your behavior is starting to change. And now, step by step, you're doing what? You becoming a changed person. You becoming a whole different person. You becoming a whole new person. You changing. You're coming out of her. You're departing away from her. Okay? Says, for this is not your rest. This kingdom that we in right now was not created for us to rest in it. I know it seemed like it. A lot of us, we like to play basketball and football and Call of Duty. We love those things, and there's not nothing wrong with liking those things. It's like, you like those things, it's okay. But don't get too comfortable and think this is your place of rest. The Lord has a place of rest for us. That's what I want. I want to rest in the place that the Lord has for us to rest in. I don't want to rest in the place where the Lord put us at to punish us. That's not a place of rest for me. So this is not a place of rest for me. That's why brothers get up and go to camp. That's why brothers get up, be in class, taking notes, getting up, handing food out, doing food drives and clothing drives, helping brothers with GED program. This is why brothers do all because this is not a place of rest. And so many of our people out there, they need what? They need us. They need us, and they don't even realize how much they need us. But we understand. And that's why our job is never done. Hold on. 1 second.
I need some food.
Come back at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock. So if my class is over, I will have it.
9
I'm
o'clock.
going to wait right here for you.
Please do. I live right down the street.
Yeah, I got you.
Here. I think on the back street.
Yeah, I see you on Crash. You can't walk down the street with pizza. I see you, sis. Yeah, I got you, sis. I know exactly what you do. I got you, sis. Yep. No problem. Yep. Salakia, y'all. Just as I was saying about us feeding people, somebody knocked on the door, said, "Hey, I'm hungry. We got you. Don't you worry about that. We got the food to feed you, and I'm gonna make sure that sister gets something. Okay? I'm gonna make sure of it. It's really for me stuff like that. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? When I enjoy it. That's why I enjoy this job so much. I don't worry about, let me put it just the what ifs. I don't give a damn about none of that, man. I'm going to do this job right here. I'm going to do this because this is what I do. I would feel weird like if I wasn't making it. Of course, we can't make it to every single camp. But like, if I was just to be one of them brothers that just didn't go just because, I would feel weird about that. Like that would never sit right with me for I don't know how long. Okay, Salakia. Let me get my butt right back on topic. It says, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. And this place is polluted. This place is polluted, man. How is this place polluted? It's polluted with what? Alternative lifestyle. Alternative lifestyle pollutes over here. Drugs. Drugs pollute over here. The grocery stores around in our area, it sell us bad meat. I seen green, literally green turning meat. They still sitting in there trying to sell that garbage to us, man. This place is polluted, man. They stick us in the ghettos and make us poor, man, and then guess what they do? They make pork the cheapest meat. Tuna fish, the cheapest meat. Things that they know we not supposed to consume is the easiest and the cheapest for us to get. It's the easiest and it's the cheapest for us to get. Okay? And then we what? And then because we don't know any better, we consume and we buy that stuff, man. We in there buying a family pack of pork chops. This place is polluted, man. They told you that the oppressor was Christ. So now, guess what that does to a person psychologically? That's why we be so quick to forgive them. Because psychologically, when we see them, we think about the image of Christ inside our head, right? So it allows us to do what? We identify the oppressor with Christ and all that forgiveness and all that love and all that everything we give to them. So when somebody say color don't matter, color does in fact matter. Because if we didn't have oppressor Christ and we had a Christ that looked like us, guess what we would do? All that love and all that forgiveness, we would give it to ourselves because what? We would identify Christ with us. So we would identify, so that love that we're talking about, we would identify it with us and give it to ourselves, man. But because we identify the oppressor, we do what? We give all that love to him, man. Okay? And it reads on and it says, it shall destroy you. It destroys you, man. You eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and things of that nature. You sitting around here, you sinning inside of this kingdom. The sinful things inside of this kingdom are the things that destroy us, man. High blood pressure and diabetes because you're eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster all the goddamn time. You think you doing something. You got some crab legs and all that. That's the first. You go out to eat. You want to buy crab legs and lobster. No, you are sinning, man. You destroying yourself. You're destroying yourself, man. That's what you're doing. You think you enjoying yourself. Your oppressor has tricked you, man. You think you having a good time and you at the top of the list. But no. You at the bottom of the barrel, sinning, destroying yourself. You out smoking all the weed in the city of Detroit. You smoking all the weed in the city of Detroit. And guess what? It's making you feel like you the top. That's what you do. A brother, he go get the weed in a bottle and pick up a chick off the street, man. They go get high and drunk, have sex, and he throw her away. He think he did something. She think she did something. When both of them done what? They're doing nothing but destroying one another. He destroyed, she destroyed. They don't know it. They know something is wrong because nobody grow up saying, I just want to get high and run around and have sex with everybody I can get my hands on. That's not something that is normal. You grow up talking about you want to be a fireman or a policeman or something like that. But you don't grow up talking about you want to grow up just to get at chase blunts and chase rides. No woman thinks like that. A brother don't think like he just want to have sex with every other brother woman and things like that. That's not how we think. Okay? But when you in a polluted place will do what? A polluted place will teach you. You will be thinking that those things are cool. You will be thinking that. You'll be thinking that those things are cool, man. Those things ain't cool, man. Why are we the only nation of people who's sleeping around with another brother wife? Why is that something that is pushed inside our community? Everything inside this kingdom that destroys us is pushed on us, and then they give it to entertainers and things like that to popularize it amongst us. Okay? And is able to catch on so quick because what? Because we not listening to what the Most High said do. None of this. This is how you know the Bible is so heavy. When Satan was tempting Christ, how did Christ battle Satan? He used the law. So think about it in our condition that we in right now, right? Think about the sinful things that this kingdom push on us, right? And the things that we do and that we think is cool. Imagine if we stood on the law of the Most High. If we stood on that, none of those things would be able to get pushed on us. Because what? We know it's unlawful to get high. So guess what we wouldn't do? We wouldn't be getting high. Right? We know it's unlawful to eat pork. So guess what we wouldn't do? We wouldn't be eating pork. Okay? We know it's unlawful to have sex with a woman and throw that woman away. So we wouldn't have sex with a woman and throw that woman away. Okay? We wouldn't be self-destructive. We wouldn't be self-destructive. That's how you know the laws of the Lord apply to us. Because with them you can see how we would be if we had them. And you can see, especially because you in the ISUPK, you can see how destroyed we are when we in here in the school and we looking to the outside world. And we looking and we see how destroyed we are without them. We see how destroyed we are without them. But lo and behold, now it's coming the time where we starting to do what? We starting to come back, man. We starting to, as the scripture say, I will call to remembrance. We starting to remember. We are starting to remember. We starting to remember. And we are starting to wake up. Most High in Christ to that, man. Most High in Christ to that. Our Passovers is getting bigger and bigger every year. More and more brothers and sisters are waking up to the truth, man. Salaki, give me 1 second. Let me see if we got some questions online. Salaki, I forgot to tell y'all, if y'all have some questions, of course, put it in the comment box. And, of course, I will answer your questions. Okay, you just drop it in the comments, and I got it. Okay. No comments there. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Bear with it, brother. But of course, again, like I was saying anyway, Most High in Christ, that more and more brothers and sisters are starting to wake up, man. More and more brothers and sisters are starting to wake up, man. I gotta hit this heat. Give me 1 second. Overbear me. All right, Salakia. Yeah. More and more brothers and sisters are waking up, man. And that is such a great thing, man. That's a great thing that you see the Passover growing and growing and growing. This is not our place of rest, man. And you seeing more brothers and sisters realizing that. Seeing more brothers and sisters realize that, but as with anything, the harder we fight, of course, your enemy fight hard to keep you the way he wants you to be, to keep you asleep. He fights hard to keep you asleep. He don't want you woke inside of this truth. Because the more we wake up, the more the Lord is doing what? He tearing his kingdom to shreds. Tearing his kingdom to shreds the more we wake up, man. Getting ready to prepare to do what? Take us back to our land. To the land where we come from. Okay? To get us together, man. Because it's that time. It is that great time for brothers to do what? Start coming together and preparing ourselves to come up out of here, man. To start preparing ourselves to come up out of here, man. We need more brothers and more sisters to wake up. It's too many of us, man, that are in love with this kingdom. Okay? Let's get Jeremiah 30 and 14. Yeah, it's too many of our people that does what? That loves this kingdom too much, man. And this kingdom does not love us back. It doesn't. The more we love this kingdom, the more we get destroyed. Okay? This kingdom is not meant. It's not meant for us to think that this is just the way it's going to be forever. Okay? Just look at history. And history lets you know that every kingdom your oppressor has ever had has failed. Because none of any kingdoms is supposed to be over ours. We supposed to be on top. That's the way the Lord wanted it. Okay? Matter of fact, Slakia. That's the way the Lord wanted it, man. Deuteronomy 7:6 said, we are a holy people, a separate people unto the Lord thy God, man. Holy does not mean something that's about to float up into the sky or some nonsense like that. Or you about to, or some spookism. It's not what holy is, man. Holy just simply means you're separate from everybody else. Okay? You get in that Christian church, man. They teach you holy mean you're holy if you speaking in some I don't even want to call that a language. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they saying. I don't know anything about that garbage. All I know is when I was in Christianity, I thought the holy people did that. You know, they got a direct connect to the Lord. That's why they doing that. I used to be like, dang, that never happens to me. What's wrong with me? Well, I knew what was wrong with me. I was a disgusting sinner, but still, good night. Then I see the same people I thought was holy. They at the store buying loose cigarettes. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I see him buying loose cigarettes. Like, hold on, wait a minute. They getting the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost and all that old stuff, and ain't none of that happening to me. They smoke cigarettes? Crazy, man. It's crazy. Stay out of Christianity. They'll have you going crazy. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 14. Let's get it. It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, man. All thy lovers has forgotten thee, man. Think about that. We love everything, right? We give our love everywhere except to one another. And giving our love to everywhere does what? It put every nation up over us. We give our love to the Arabs. They control the gas and the chicken. How the Arabs got the chicken stores in black neighborhoods? How did that happen? Okay. How do they control the gas stations and the chicken stores in our neighborhoods? Integration, man. Everybody come together in love and harmony. And it was all love when we was when integration was getting built and everybody was hand to hand with us. The so-called Jewish man, he was in hand to hand with us and getting all these laws and bills and things of that nature passed. As soon as everything got pushed through, man, everybody came in and raped and robbed the black community, man. They came in and took straight advantage of us, man. Because everything was getting done, we was getting put what? In a submissive position. We didn't need none of that. What we needed to do was do what? Listen to what the Lord said do. Listen to what the Lord said do. And do what? We had to stand up. Nations always been trying to come against us. That's not nothing new. But if we was obedient to the Lord, guess what the Lord would have did? The Lord fights our battles, man. The Lord fight our battles. Okay? So, reading it again, it says, all thy lovers has forgotten thee. They seek thee not. They seek thee not. They done forgot about us. Civil rights done passed and integration done came in. It seemed like for us, that was just the way, that was just the trick, which it was. It does seem like you just look outside and see it. That was the trick to get everybody, to get everybody inside our neighborhoods to do whatever they wanted to do to us. So they can come in and buy up our businesses, and they can just come in and get their grants and get their loans for the governments. While we couldn't get loans, the government was giving everybody loans that wasn't black to come in and buy up everything. Okay? I remember back in the day when I was younger, right? It was, you would see so many people at the store for so long, you would see faces, and then all of a sudden you would just see a whole new group of people. So you might get to know the one dude his name might be Mike. Then once after his little time was up, Mike go back to his country, and then now Peter come in. Now the new dude name is Peter. And that's how they did it, man. They just stayed their time and then pass it on to the next person. Doing what? Making sure that you never own a store in their business. I mean, in your own neighborhood, Salakia. They make sure of that, man. They make dang on sure of that. Because then they just put the next person in to come in and take advantage of you. They seek thee not. They forget about you, man. And here's the thing. I'm going to help you out right now. They never cared about you. They never cared one iota about you. But guess what? We've always cared about them. We always cared about other nations. We think because some of us think because we Muslim, that the Arabs is our brother. The Arabs is our brother because we Muslim. Well, if the Arabs is your brother, like I just said, why would he go out of town and bring that other, and bring his brother? Why he don't never consider you? Why he never seek you? Like it just said, they seek us not. Why he never seek you or any one of us? Because he knows something you do not know. He ain't your brother, nor do he like you. He only conversation with you because what? You come into his store and spend money. That's the only reason he even talks to you. Outside of that, he doesn't have a reason to talk to you. He know you gonna come into the store and buy the chicken. He needs you. You don't need him. You think black people need Arabs to show us how to make chicken or to make chicken for us? No. But he needs you to come into his store and buy his chicken, buy the chicken from him, buy the gas from him, buy the liquor from him, buy the cigarettes from him. He needs you to be a consumer so you can stay poor and he can stay rich off of us. They seek thee not, man. Okay? For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one. And all of this, basically, what it boils down to is what? our disobedience, our refusal to listen, man, our hard-headedness. Like, we make it seem like Salaki. We make it seem like listening to the Most High is the hardest thing to do in the world. When really, listening to the Most High, that is the easiest thing. That is the easiest thing in the world. It just is. It really just is. Like we brought out yesterday. How hard is it to love your brother as you love yourself? How hard is that? Is that the hardest thing to do? Is that the hardest thing in the world to do, man? To love your brother like you love yourself? No, it's not hard to do, man. It's not hard to do. The problem is we've listened to Christianity, and Christianity teaches us to do what? Christianity teaches us to hate our brother. That's what it does. It doesn't teach you to love your brother. It teaches you to hate your brother. Because it teaches you to do what? Love everybody else. You be so busy loving everybody else, you will never love your damn brother, man. That's how Salakia, hold that. Let's get Isaiah 56. Let's get Isaiah 56, man. Your Christian pastor is the worst thing on the planet Earth, man. That is, your Christian pastor is an all-out attack on us as a people. That's warfare. You want to talk about some warfare? That is warfare. Your Christian pastor is warfare on blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, man. We turn to them for everything. We look at them as moral leaders inside our community. And the pastor is trying to bang your wife. The pastor is molesting all the kids. Okay? These things are happening, man. I'm going to tell you a story, man. I was in a church. And a popular member of the church got a young lady pregnant in the church, an underage girl. This happened at the church I was going to. And guess what they did about it? Nothing. They wanted to keep it quiet. Keep it a secret. But of course it got out. Nobody ever said this is wrong. He was still a member of the church, and the little girl because she got pregnant. She got pregnant. So guess what? They were still in the same church. He done molested her, and nothing happened. Because that is what happens inside of Christian churches. They molest your children. They try to sleep with your wife. Every evil thing imaginable happens inside of Christian churches, man. And growing up, we didn't know any better. We looked at them as moral leaders. And they were not. They're the biggest sinners on the planet. Okay? Let's get Isaiah 56 and 9. Isaiah 56 and 9. Okay? They are the biggest sinners on the planet. Isaiah 56:9, and it reads, it says, all ye beasts of the field come to devour. They come to devour, man. They come to devour us. All the beasts of the field, meaning every nation. Every nation, man. Every single nation on the planet tears a piece of us away. Figure out a way where they can put themselves over us. Figure out a way where they can exploit us in some kind of way. Take advantage of the fact that we don't know who we are. All the beasts of the field devour. Every last one of them. Okay? It says, yea, all the beasts in the forest. Every nation, man. Every single nation comes to devour and take away from us. They don't come with the idea of saying, okay, let me help this people out. What can I do to help this people? They come to see what they can get from us, how they can take from us and not give anything back. Okay. Verse 10, it says, his watchmen are blind. The people that we look up to, I was listening to Steve Harvey in the morning show this morning. And they got a little segment on there where they call him the Doctor of Love or something like that. The Doctor of Love, Mr. Love. Where people, I think they may be writing in or emailing them in or something for love advice and relationship advice and things of this nature. And I'm just sitting there thinking to I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, wait a minute. How is he teaching anybody about love and giving relationship advice? And this brother, he done left 4 different women. 3 or 4 different, I believe, like in the world, he done been divorced 3 or 4 times. How in the hell is he all of a sudden the expert in telling you what to do with relationships? Okay? His watchmen are blind. He's a blind leader. He's blind. He can't tell you nothing about relationship. He don't even know how to make his own relationship last. What can he tell you? Nothing. How can a Christian pastor be a moral leader of the Lord by telling you to not do anything the Lord said? How is that possible? The Lord said, don't put that tree up and celebrate Christmas. He got a Christmas tree in the lobby, Christmas tree by the bathroom door, Christmas tree behind him in the pulpit, Christmas tree on this side of he got a Christmas tree everywhere you turn around. And the Lord said, what? Don't do that. How is he a moral leader, man? He's supporting, it's your body, your choice. You can go out there and get that abortion. He's supporting when the Most High say, what? A child is a gift from the Lord, man. That's a blessing. I ain't heard a so-called Christian pastor pull that yet for a woman who's thinking about getting an abortion. But they show support, her body, her choice. They ain't telling her, look, sis, if you have, they ain't telling brothers and sisters, if y'all lay down together, y'all got to stay together. They ain't telling you that. They telling you go sleep around until you find the right brother. Just sleep around. That's all you got to do. You'll find the right one sooner or later. They ain't telling her when she get 10, 12 bodies on her. Ain't no brother interested in that. Now she got 4, 5 baby daddies. Ain't no brother ain't trying to lock that down. They ain't telling her that. That's what they should be telling her. Like, don't sleep around, because you mess around, get yourself 3, 4 baby daddies, and ain't no brother you're gonna be lonely. You're going to be lonely. And you're going to be bitter, and you're going to blame it all on men, and really, you should be holding yourself responsible for that. As a matter of fact, you should be holding them responsible for that, because they was the ones who encouraged that type of behavior. They encouraged you to do those things. Okay? That's why in here, man, we follow the Lord, man. You touch a woman in here, that's you. And you gonna do her right. She gonna treat you right, and you gonna treat her right. That's what we doing here. That's what we doing here, man. All right. Says his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They all don't know. I've heard a pastor say, we living in the last days. We living in the last days. I used to hear that a lot when I was in Christianity. But no, it wasn't until I came in here that I actually got a breakdown of what's going on. I actually knew who was who and how they was moving and what was being done and things of that nature. Anybody can walk around and talk about it's the end time. But only men of the Lord can open up the Bible and break it down to you and show you who is who, how this person is moving. And this is why this is happening over here. And that is why that is happening over there. Okay? Your Christian pastor can't do it. He's ignorant. He doesn't know the Bible. All he know is dance around, bam on the tambourine, and let the women run around through the church and fall on the floor and roll around and make fool. And everybody is making a fool of their damn self. Because nobody knows absolutely any goddamn thing. They are foolish. Okay? They are foolish and full of foolishness. Okay? Read now. It says, they are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. They are all dumb dogs. They don't know anything about what they talking about. The only thing they teach you to do is love your oppressor. Everything about Christianity is set up to teach you to love your oppressor. It's not set up to teach you anything about loving the Lord. Because what do the scriptures say about loving the Lord? If you love the Lord, you're going to do what? You're going to keep his commandments. They tell you what? You don't got to do that. You can do what you want to do. And the Lord is okay with that. He know your heart. The Lord know your heart. The Lord knows your heart, man. He know you don't mean to he know you don't mean to sin. You got a good heart. You a kind-hearted person. You do everything wrong. Listen to nothing that the Lord said do. But don't you worry. You ever wondered why, like, in Christianity, everybody who passes away goes to heaven? They in a better place. That's Christianity for you. Brother sold all the dope in the United States of America. He dies, and then they talk about how good of a person he was, and now he's in a better place. No. How you such a great person and you done sold all the dope in the state of Michigan? But that's what Christianity is. Christianity keep that lie going. It's a house of lies. He was a great person, man. Everybody loved him. Everybody cared about him. Which everybody probably do love him, and everybody probably do care about him. But he wasn't that great person. He's probably not in a better place. Okay? Of course, you know, we don't teach that part about it, but you get what I'm saying. Everybody goes to heaven in Christianity. It don't matter what you did. You spent your whole life robbing old ladies and killing everybody and everybody that crossed your path. In Christianity, you in a better place now. Then the Lord judgment come upon you and kill you. In Christianity, you in a better place. Don't cry for him, because he went home to the Lord now. Yeah, right. Somebody got to tell you the truth, man. You're going to keep suffering over and over and over again until you listen to the Lord. All right. Verse 11. It reads, yea, they are greedy dogs. They are greedy dogs, man. That's how they can push that. They push the collection plate around 2-3 times. And they're able to do it. Why? Because of your sin. Tithe is 10% of your increase. So after you pass the collection plate around the first time, what is the second and third time for? You already done paid your tithes. All right? It's pushed around because of what? Because pastor needs a this or pastor needs a that. Okay? That house note coming up, a car note, the insurance, the whatever. A new ring, new plane, new house. I was watching something the other day, man, and they was telling me, and it was going over how these pastors was mega rich and how many acres of land they was living on. And I'm just sitting there in awe. Commander General Yohana is paying people's rent with the tithe money, paying people's medical bills with the tithe money, and these bastards is over there living deliciously while the people in their churches are suffering. They're suffering. They're getting their lights cut off, paying because they paying tithes and saying, the Lord is going to bless me. While your lights never get cut off, you in a $3.5 million mansion. That's your life. While a brother and a sister in your congregation is suffering, getting their electricity turned off or their water cut off or getting evicted from their house. Something Commander General Yohana would never allow for a brother or sister in this school. Okay? Yea, they are all greedy dogs which can never have enough. Which can never have enough. And they can never have enough, man. They can never have enough. A $3.5 million mansion you live in, and you still gotta squeeze every nickel you can get out of your congregation so you can buy a plane. Another plane. The first one, you need a new one now. You got one, but that just, that don't cut it. Ain't getting me there for fast enough. Not one member of your congregation ever is going to see the plane, touch the plane, get on it. Private plane is just for you and your family, so y'all can make sure y'all get to where y'all need to. Well, damn, I would like to see all this work that you're doing in all these other countries that you're saying you got to get to. I would love to see it. Kenneth Copeland said he can't be around them demons like that. But I thought you was supposed to be fighting them. You got to go, if you fighting them, you got to get in there and fight. You can't fight them by standing over, by not being around them. You cleansing the people as they coming in. You just when COVID was around, you fought COVID. Like, come on. You blew at COVID. Y'all seen that? Y'all remember that, man? He prayed and then blew at COVID, and COVID's still here though. I don't know. Somebody tell me something. You still get COVID today. It didn't go nowhere. So somebody explain it to me. His mansion and his airplane ain't getting them away from COVID. It's still here. It didn't cancel COVID out. Some kind of way COVID is still here. Okay? They can never have enough, man. They can never have enough. It's never enough. Their house is never big enough. Their bank account never has enough money in it. The molestation, they never molest enough children. Like it's never an end with them. It's never a point of stopping. And here's the kick. A lot of them know what they're doing. Don't think for 1 second they don't know. Remember Cleflo Dollar, he said, throw away all my books. Forget everything I ever said. Don't think they don't know this stuff, man. Do not think they don't know. They know. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't love you. And you don't understand they don't love you because a lot of y'all don't even know what love really is, man. Y'all don't understand what Christ is. Christ loved you. How do you know? Because Christ died for you. You think Clef Lord died for you? You think TD Jack, you think he'll die for you? What about the pastor you at church with right now you go give your money to every Sunday? You think he'll die for you? I tell you what, the men in here will. That's why we go out there. That's why we go out there with no fear. We put our life on the line every single time we go out there. We don't do that for fun. We do that for you. We do that for brothers and sisters to wake up and realize who they are. You not a nigga, you not a spick, you're not a wetback, you're not any of those things that your oppressor call you. You are an Israelite. You are the children of the Lord, man. You are the children of Israel, man. And the Lord never called you any of those things, man. You are part of the 12 tribes. Come back to your culture. Clean yourself up, man. Lift yourself up out the dust. That's why we go out there, so brothers and sisters can do that, man. So they woke. Now you knowing who you are. Now you standing up strong. Now your head up in the air. You're proud of who you are, man. That's why we go out there, man. And which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. Earth shepherds, they don't understand anything. If it ain't got something to do with shucking and jiving and teaching you to bow down to your oppressor, they don't have anything for you. They don't have anything for you at all. Not a thing, man. If it ain't a way to put some money in their pocket, they don't got nothing for you, man. They don't have no understanding. They can't break scriptures like I just said earlier. They say the end times, but they never, until I came in here, I never had a breakdown of who's who and what's what and what's going on and why over here this is happening and that is happening. I never had a breakdown of that until I came in here. Again, anybody can say it, but they can't what? They can't what? They can't break it down if they don't know. How they gonna break it down and they don't know it? How that happen? They don't know. They don't have an idea. Okay? They know nothing about breaking it down. And they're not going to be, and they can't. Why can't they? Because they're not real priests and prophets. They just somebody dancing around with the Bible in their hand. Bamming on a damn tambourine. Okay? It says, reading on, it say they all look to their own way. Meaning they look to their own way, meaning this, man. Meaning Because they don't like, you ever walked into somebody's house, right? And then they got T.D. Jakes' book, Creflo Dollar book, Joyce Meyer book. They got every book teaching you how to be a good Christian and how to do this and how to do that. They have all of those books in there because they don't understand the Bible. They don't understand the Bible at all. So they got every book about how to be a good Christian. Every single book, everybody that writes that book, they got a room and a shelf full of every single book that those pastors put out to teach them how to be a good Christian. And they read them. Nobody ever reads the Bible. And then they go by what? And that's what they go by. They go by what T.D. Jakes said. They go, well, my pastor said this. Your pastor is a stinking liar. He's a stinking liar. How you going to say he teaching you? They try to teach you so you can stay within the philosophy of this kingdom that we in. That's all they doing. So you can suffer a little bit more peaceably. They ease your suffering inside of here. And keep you what? Keep you submissive inside of here, okay? Reading on. It says they all look to their own way, everyone for his gain. Meaning they only teaching what's good for them to teach. Imagine if some of y'all, right, because y'all been taught so much by y'all Christian pastors to do what y'all want. So if they walk in one Sunday and the Christian pastor said, you know what, we ain't doing what we did no more. We're not going that way anymore. Now everybody's going to start following the law, statutes, and commandments. He's going to lose members. But as long as you teach, as long as he teaching, it's okay to sin and you can do whatever you want to do. You can make it up in your head as you go along. See, it said it right here in the book of T.D. Jakes on page 12. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to follow the law, statutes, and commandment of the Lord. Even though inside the Bible it tell you what? It tell you that's what got us in this situation. It tells you that's what got us in this situation. They'll never break that down because, like I said, what? They don't understand. They'll never break that part down. They don't want to teach you about standing up and coming out of captivity. Because they doing what? They teaching for gain. So they feel like they lose with that. But what they don't even understand is, this. If that was taught throughout all of Israel, it would be actually better for all of us. It would be better for all of us. But they don't understand that because, like the scriptures say, you can't serve two masters. And they have made their decision. They made their decision. They made their decision to not serve the Lord. Well, in this school, we made ours. We made ours to serve the Lord. And as General Mahaiman say, when that time come, we shall see. We shall see who the Lord is with. When that time come. The Lord is going to make it clear who he's with. Okay? Don't ever think for 1 second that the Lord is with a sinner. The Lord is never with a disgusting sinner. Don't ever think that. Never believe such a thing. All right? And with that, I'm going to close the class out. Shalom, Israel.